Revenue on Amazon alone, this is about 70k profit.
7-figure exit. I don't think I've seen another Amazon community that's had a member of their community sell their business for 7 figures. All right, this is episode 1 of Honest Sessions. We have technically done some others in the past, haven't we? But
We've done about 50 podcasts. Yeah.
no, but like we did.
Just me and you, you mean?
Yeah,
That
just
phase.
me and
Yeah,
you, like
yeah.
Honest Sessions. We said we'd do this a while back, didn't we? We never did it.
This is our new office. If you don't follow us on Instagram, Twitter, you wouldn't have seen this. And if you don't follow us on Instagram or Twitter, what are you doing?
You should be.
We'll flash links down below to check them out. I've got a new account actually. Please follow me because it's pretty
Finally got it. So Tom finally got his own Instagram account after like.
It's been like 5 years. What's nothing?
Been like 5 years of Honest FBA. Then we changed Honest FBA to my personal account, well, individual account, and now Tom's got his own. And you've been doing some pretty good day in the life stuff, haven't you? Day in the life, showing Barcelona, which is, as you can see behind us, for the not to be. And you always say it's being boring talking about the weather, but which is true. So whenever I talk about it, I'm always conscious that you're going to take the piss. But like, it's been fucking shit, hasn't it?
It's the worst it's ever been.
It genuinely is. We've been here for I've been here 10 years this year, and it's the weather right now is the worst I've ever seen it for like 2 weeks.
And this office, you can probably tell, like, all it is windows. The whole building is just this mad modern glass building. So when the sun's out, it's incredible.
It's beautiful.
Golden hour comes in here. Even he looks attractive, kind of,
Wow.
in the light. So this is why we set up here to do recording at this time of day, and it's just fucking grey and horrible.
Is that how we're going to kick it off with you just insulting the way that I look? Let's start as we mean to go on.
That wasn't an insult.
It was a little bit, but so should we do a summary of what we're going to talk about? We've got it up on the whiteboard there that you can't see, but we're going to go over our last 30 days results with. You know what? We should stop calling it an Amazon brand because it ain't an Amazon brand anymore, is it?
It's a brand.
It's a brand now. We've actually got a real brand. So we're going to go over our latest results, last 30 days. We're going to talk about a bunch of different stuff there. We've got a lot of stuff going on with the brand, and that's super exciting. Then we're going to talk about a massive, massive deal that happened 4 weeks ago in the community. One of our community members sold his brand for 7 figures. We're going to talk about the Halo Flywheel system, which there's probably going to be a link in the video description if you want to learn more about that. But it's basically this new system that we've started to incorporate within our community that is just incredible. It's what we're doing with our own brand. We're going to go into that. Then we're going to talk about Honest Creators, our good pal, co-founder, the third part of this dynamic trio, who you rarely see on the channel anymore, has been building in the background a creator community that is looking incredible. He's been getting brand deals, all that sort of stuff. So that's what we're going to dive into. So 30 days results. Have you got it on your phone, Tom? Yeah.
We are, which I speak into this.
They're not plugged in yet. We don't have any power over this side of the office yet, so these are not plugged in.
So in the last 30 days, awesome. So should we start with Shopify or should we start with Amazon?
Go Amazon, yeah.
God, the Shopify app isn't working, but
I
know what it is. I checked it before. I was prepping. $80,000 on Shopify in the last 30 days, and then $266,000, 267 really, on Amazon. Should I go to camera?
I thought you were gonna.
I'll go this one.
While you're up there, just check it's actually recording from the other side because I've just.
It's great. It's got a nice layered texture shot. So revenue on Amazon alone, this is about 70k profit. We've only spent 9.5% of the revenue on PPC, which means, to get technical, our TACOS is less than 10%, which for a brand on Amazon is really good, right? So it means the cost is part of the Halo Flywheel. Oh, no, sorry. Part of the Halo Flywheel we're going to get to in a bit. This is the beauty of it. We don't need to rely on Amazon PPC now because we get a load of people going onto Amazon searching for our brand and they buy the products directly. So we're charging more than ever, higher margins than ever, less PPC costs than ever.
Yeah, and I recently wrote this like video script for my Instagram account where I was talking about how anxious I used to get about our brand. So like 12 months ago, we were still making money with the brand, but it was looking a little bit bleak in terms of like what the future might be because we were just getting copied off Chinese copycats. the margins are going down. Like we had to reduce the price of everything because we were just getting outranked by all these Chinese sellers. And we had a call with a Mr. Ryan Rigney, who I'll send this. So if he watches it, it's a shout out for Ryan Rigney. Ryan's a bit of an OG in the Amazon game, also has a TikTok community doing really well. He's got his own supplement brand. And he said to us, he was like, why don't you pivot and go into, no, he didn't even say pivot. He was just like, why don't you start selling supplements? Because we've got a pet brand. And at the time we weren't selling consumable stuff. So anyway, long story short, because of that conversation with Ryan, we started looking at consumable products. And since then, like, we just don't care about all of the things that Amazon sellers usually really care about, Chinese sellers, all that sort of stuff, do we?
No, not at all. It's like flipped the view on the business, because every sale, the opportunity is you have the opportunity to sell to the customers just again and again. So like every single product we've launched in the last 12 months. I think we launched our first consumable 12 months ago, around February, January time. Every single one of them is subscription. So they all get subscribe and save on Amazon, but now also via our own website. So we launched that, obviously, as I said on the channel. It was November. We really took it seriously and started running ads and things to our Shopify store. We've now, at 80K a month. So we know we're going to add on like $1 million to the business at least this year through Shopify, probably a fair bit more than that. And the subscription rate on Shopify is 25-30%. So out of 10 orders, 3 are always subscribing at least, sometimes higher than that, and then we're getting them staying with us. We don't even know how long the lifetime value of the customer is yet, but the early data is it is super healthy, which we don't need to get into the technical details of why it's so good now, but like it's essentially incredibly valuable. And when we come to exit the brand, it adds on a lot to the potential multiple that we're going to get.
Yeah, I was looking at so we can look at the data and the lifetime value data, which, if you don't know what lifetime value means, it basically just means if you get a customer to buy a product and they subscribe, over the life cycle of that customer, how much will they spend with your brand? So if you've got a supplement brand and they need to buy it every month, like, are they going to stick around for 12 months on average? How long do they stick around? And it's looking like over 12 months, we could have like a $200 plus lifetime value, I think, at the minute. So for every customer that we get, on average, over 12 months, they'll spend $200 with us, which it doesn't sound like a lot of money, but it opens up so much in the way of scaling the brand, because we're no longer just worried about getting that first sale and being profitable on Amazon. It's about like getting the customer to come back, like building a community. Like, we've got super engaged customers, haven't we? Like, I was going to do a shout out afterwards, but Liam and Jack, 2 guys that are running our advertising for Meta at the minute, they're building a bunch of creatives for us. Shout out to you guys. We'll send you the link for this as well so they can watch it back. So these guys have been helping us build out all of the content for Shopify, for Meta, all of that type of stuff. And they've been telling us that they've never seen the level of engagement that we're getting, right, on ads and stuff. Like, people in our niche are super passionate, aren't they, about
it's like validate. We knew it was a good niche to be in from when we first got into it. It's why we doubled down when we first launched a product into it, and then seeing it's everything that's happening right now, even with Trump tariffs, all that stuff that's happening. Like, we pivoted to producing most products in America now, which is looking to be like a super smart decision. Obviously, we didn't know the Trump tariffs were going to come in and everything happening right now, but it's probably going to make the business even more valuable because our supply chain is mainly US based, and we can kind of turn over the cash way faster. And what we're seeing as well is when you crank up the spend on Meta, this Halo Flywheel we talk about, the effect is insane. Being on Amazon, and we said this on a previous video, but if you're a D2C brand and you're not on Amazon, it's so stupid.
Yeah.
Because people will 100% be searching for your brand. We see all the search volume of our brand go up. We get all the benefits and then more organic ranks on Amazon. And the other day, I can't even say this, we hit $20,000 in sales.
Yeah, record day.
Which is our record day. We had 4 days in a row where it was like record day, broke the record again. The Monday was breaking the same as Saturday's record, and then we hit our best ever day, right? 20K. We've actually toned it down a touch now because we're trying to catch up with inventory. It went absolutely insane, but the limits that we thought we had on the products, because our products are doing well on Amazon, adding D2C on top, the scale's so much bigger because you can target everyone who's on Instagram and Facebook. So like these products that can do, say, 100 a day, 150 a day on Amazon, is going to be a 500 a day product, which is $500,000 a month on its own, plus all the other stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's definitely opened our eyes to even bigger scale than we thought.
Yeah, and that is essentially what we've coined this Halo Flywheel system, which we were going to get into in the point after this one, but we may as well talk about it now, because this channel is called Honest FBA, right? And our company is called Honest FBA, but we're just moving away now from being Amazon first, and it's really just I think what it goes to show is that we actually have a legit brand, because as our brand has evolved, everything that we've been teaching within the community to beginners and what we've been talking about on this channel has followed what we've done with our own brand. Whereas like you look at a lot of these other channels and like they don't really do that. They don't really change what they're teaching because they're not really doing what we're doing behind the scenes.
They're not in the arena, as they say.
There you go. They're, yeah. And I think that's been a key thing. But we've coined this system, the Halo Flywheel system, but it's essentially moving away now from Amazon being everything that you do, where you just launch products on Amazon, and when you do that, you're really just playing in the Chinese sellers arena, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're trying to compete with the Chinese sellers, and they have the high ground. Yeah, another military term for you there. But they do, don't they? They have all the advantages, don't they?
People want value on Amazon, and if you sell a lookalike product, there's like a Me Too classic white label product, it's so difficult because you're going to get undercut, like 100%. You can still win on the branding for sure, which would definitely encourage everyone that is a way to differentiate to a degree. You still want to find like a bit of a USP for sure, but branding, they're getting better for sure. We've seen some Chinese brands finally getting it now. But then, okay, how do you say ahead again? Content. Their content is garbage, and like they haven't yet. From what I've seen, it's very rare that you see Chinese-owned brands that have got really good content. Well, actually, it's very rare that you see Chinese-owned brands that are they're brands, right? They're Amazon brands. They're made-up words with 1,000 characters in them. They're just products on Amazon. But to see actual Chinese-owned brands, other than is it Anchor?
Anchor was the one
Anchor
I was
has done really
thinking
well,
of,
but like
yeah.
But
well, they're still primarily an Amazon brand, though. I think, right? I think they're like Amazon first, aren't they? But it just completely flips everything in your favor. Where like the advantage that you have if you don't just sell on Amazon, if you do the TikTok stuff, if you do the meta advertising, is if you get really good at content, it just makes everything easier, doesn't it? Like we've been saying this in these other videos, and it's because we've just seen it with our brand. Like
it's like riding a wave, isn't it? It's insane.
Yeah.
The lift you get from one. We saw it one video initially. We put the creators for a while and done okay, and then one video just went viral, and we were just like, oh shit! It was so noticeable, and you can't always measure the exact halo. Like there's some tools you can do it with, but like the exact halo effect is hard to say. Even huge brands say this, but they don't really know to a T. But objective, like the uplift is just like, it's so clear. Look at the Helium 10 data and like the search volume just rockets on the same date.
Yeah.
That, a TikTok's gone viral, and then you're selling loads on TikTok Shop, you're selling loads on your own website, you're selling loads on Amazon. So that's kind of the fun that we're trying to work out at the moment, is working out how much you look at it as an overall ecosystem rather than just like the individual channels, right?
Yeah. But I think the biggest thing is like we used to look at products and we would price the products based on all of the other Amazon sellers, wouldn't we? So it'd be like, if we wanted to, like, if we knew we had to sell a product to get the right margin for like $40, but if there's Chinese sellers in there selling it for like $22.99, like you have no way of competing if you're just trying to compete on Amazon. But what it means now is like, if people are searching for your brand, they're far less likely to just go, oh, that product kind of looks the same, but it's $22.99. Like they're way more likely to go and buy your product because they've seen your ads, they've seen your website, they've seen the landing page.
I searched yesterday. I was showing. So we have a new shout out Laya. We have a new content person. You're going to see some very nice.
Oh yeah.
Our Instagram's about to get shit hot. I think we've been shooting content here all week. But I was showing her this exact thing yesterday, and I was showing her our search volumes. And then I searched the keyword for like our brand and one of our products. And the amazing thing is you don't even see any other brand ever, because if you set up a nice little defensive PPC, so the banner ad was us, the top 4 sponsored results was us. Underneath that, we have 10 products.
Yeah.
It was all of our products. And not till you get like 2/3 down the page was there somebody else. So the customer's not even going to get there.
Yeah.
They're just going to buy your product. And that is such an advantage because the conversion rate is so high at that point. And then like I said earlier, Amazon just rewards you and then you start getting organic ranks for all the other keywords associated that are generic. It's like, you're kind of not playing it on easy mode, but like, it's 100 times easier than it was before, right?
It's so much easier. And it's so much more fun as well. Like content creation is so much fun. And a part of this Halo flywheel that we've not really talked that much about on the channel is the ability now to launch a brand and you become the content creator for it. And genuinely, if you're a beginner, you're watching this and you've never launched a product before, launch a product where you can make the content, right? There's some great examples of brands. There's a guy in the UK, I can't remember the exact name of the brand. It's a TikTok first brand. It's the one with from Jack's Amazon Club.
Right.
So Jack used to be like a bit of an Amazon guru, but I think he's partnered up now with this guy amongst other things that he's doing. But they've got this brand now. It's a supplement brand, and it's this big like jacked dude. You know, he obviously looks like a guy that like goes to the gym, and I think he boxes as well.
It looks a bit like me.
Yeah. Well, Tom did High Rocks recently, so he thinks he's
and I've just come from the gym, so I'm sorry I'm late, but whatever.
We can pop up one of them pictures of you from High Rocks. But basically, he's the demographic for this brand. He's launched this product, and then he's made his own content for this product. And like, it used to be that like, you know, 10 years ago, if you wanted to launch an e-commerce brand, there was no way in the world that you would have been like, I'm going to make content for this. But now the best content is content just shot with an iPhone that you can do at home. And like, this is what Jansen's been doing to kind of move on to our last point with Honest Creators is Jansen has been creating this viral content. Some of his videos have got 6 million views. Yeah. And he's just promoting other people's products right now, but we're going to be hopefully in the next like three or 4 months launching a brand. And Jansen's also going to be making content for that. But there has never been a better time to get free traffic. Like, it is pretty much free, isn't it? Like, if you've got an iPhone.
If you learn the fundamentals of this, so we've now actually, as part of Honest FBA, we have Honest Creators, which is a course on how to make, a course in the community on how to make content to be a TikTok shop affiliate. And Jansen has built this out because he has done incredibly well. He's officially one of the best creators in the UK, isn't he? Like,
yeah, he's like top 5 or something in the country.
He did it so fast, it's just insane. And like, so the content in there is, okay, how do you make content? How do you think about it? How do you structure it? Because it's not just hit and hope. I think a lot of people think it's just a volume game. For sure, you've got to be consistent, but there is an art to it, right? That you break it down, here's why it works, here's where you put the call to action, all this stuff. So we've taken some of that content. That is now part of Honest FBA as well. So if you join this community, you're going to access to that. And it's teaching everyone how, like, the steps behind it. But previously, where you would have, okay, you reach out to influencers. The era of like influencer marketing, look, we still work with some influencers. Some of them are amazing. Like, let's say they got 250,000 followers. You can pay them a couple $100 for a video. The ROI is there. They're really good. They're really good at content. But the era of like paying someone 10 grand for a post, I think it's gone. Like the playing field has been leveled so much where you can just make the content yourself, or you find other people who are creators and you pay them just a commission. Like, here's a product for free. You're going to get a slice from TikTok. They're going to facilitate everything for you. The bar's not so low, but the ability to join,
like the barrier to entry with it.
That's what I meant.
Yeah. And I think as well, like you said, people have this misconception that in order to create content for a product, you need a big following. Yeah. Because we're so used to like the early days of like UGC and stuff like that was like the Kardashians doing a paid post for like 250K, and like I think that does still exist to some extent, but like you don't need a following on TikTok to go viral. Like, it doesn't really matter how many followers you've got.
What you're saying now is that the influencers who were paid $250,000 to promote a hair product, if you notice now, they all have their own products.
They have their own brands,
and that is like, we're talking about this on a much smaller scale. Like, that is the play. That is for sure the play where like you can unlock that own scale, right? And like Alex said, you don't need to have a bunch of followers because the algorithm's so good. If the content is good, it'll go viral regardless.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, what's that? Halo Flywheel.
We jumped to the 30-day results, Halo Flywheel, Honest Creators, the big man, the 7-figure exit.
Yeah, so 7-figure exit. I don't think I've seen another Amazon community that's had a member of their community sell their business for 7 figures.
Nah, not like no one in the last.
How many have there been? Like, what? I mean, what even are the biggest Amazon communities? You've got you got beep 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 beep. I don't mind mentioning them. You've got Titan Network. You've got you've got Kevin Pack and all them dudes. There's not that many good Amazon communities out there. Like Titan Network, I'll admit, I think they're a good community. I think they're one of the more legit ones, for sure. All these other guys, if they're on YouTube,
they're still Amazon only.
Yeah, if that's true, they are still Amazon only. But if any Amazon guru or any Amazon content creator is still only talking about Amazon, you just know they're trash. You just know, like, and the biggest Lambo drivers in the space, like the Kevin Pack dudes, all those guys, they are not selling shit on Amazon. Like, there's no way that they're doing that, and it's obvious when you watch their content and stuff. But I don't think any of these groups, I've never seen them talk about anybody that's had an exit.
No.
Like Ben has recently. So Ben, we've got an interview on the channel with him where we talk about it all, but long story short is, he was one of the first people. He actually got on a sales call with me when we were still doing sales calls for the community. And I had the sales call with him and I was like, yeah, this guy's like obviously really smart. And then just under 3 years, he scaled to like $5 million revenue. And then he's like 3 weeks ago he sold it?
Yeah, what was it? What are we now? March? Yeah, about a month ago he sold. He posted in our Discord and said, we've got a results channel with everyone posts, like, which has been, by the way, amazing recently with the amount of people that have launched products this year so far, this calendar year. It's amazing. So you're seeing people could launch doing 10K in their first month, 100K in their first month. Some people, I think Davey the other day, one of the students, he launched and he hit like a 10K day in his first 4 days. It's stupid. Like, it's amazing. Like, it gets everyone hyped up. People that have just joined and seeing people like that. And then Ben dropped his post and it was like, I've just exited for millions of dollars, started 3 years ago, 0 ecom experience prior to that. What was cool about Ben was that he used like one of our first ever students, firstly, super nice guys, I'm mega happy for him. But he worked with Joshua, he's like our resident PPC expert. He worked with the same brand designer that we worked with for our brand. He helped sell through Ben Leonard, who's part of the, so like he really went through the whole ecosystem.
Yeah.
And like it was, look, we really stand by what we do. Like we know it's a good community, we know it's a good product, but it was such like amazing validation of like, it works, like this works. He's gone the whole way through it. He's literally made millions of dollars.
He also used the Halo Flywheel system. Well, the Halo Flywheel system is our coined name for this system, right? But it's what Ben did with his brand, right? Like he started on Amazon, then he moved into Shopify. He did some TikTok stuff. He leveraged like meta ads and content creation, and that's part of the reason why he got such a good multiple on his brand, right? Because I think it was like 50%. Shopify by the time we sold it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Our brand now, we're like 20%-ish maybe.
What did I show earlier? We've done 80.
90. No, we're about a third.
80K in the last 30 days. Yeah, about a third.
Yeah, we're about a third Shopify. I think this time in 12 months, I think we'll be doing $500,000 a month at least Shopify, and probably 200 to 300 Amazon.
I think Amazon will keep. I reckon I think it will go 50-50.
Well, I think
we'll just keep. We're not prioritizing Amazon. It's more the whole ecosystem. But I think there'll be so much. We'll get so much growth on Meta through people seeing the ad exposure will be so big. The branded search is going to get higher and higher and higher on Amazon.
Yeah, I mean, our top product on Amazon now is doing nearly 100K a month. When we originally launched that product, what did we thought it might do like 15K a month?
Yeah, so there was one person selling a product that was similar to this product.
Yeah.
And we looked at it and we were like, that's just an easy win.
We'll do 12K.
We were like, they were doing like not even 12K. And we were like, we'll take their revenue, maybe grow it a little bit. And this has actually happened. I think we had this call in our community last week about this. this has happened like 5 times now where we launched something just to like, we're like, let's throw it up, it's easy, we know we're going to win on Amazon. And then we've just grown the niche. Now there's a bunch of copycats, but like, we're so far ahead of that original product and that original brand. And then I always think, I wonder like, do they even know why we're so far ahead? Like, are they just like thinking, they're looking at the data, how is the BSI the other day was 600 in pets, I think it was, which is so low. And I'm like, do they think like, we're just
they must be, but they're probably like us. Like we used to look at Amazon listings and Amazon sellers that had branded search, and we were just like, oh yeah, okay, they've got branded. Like we never thought like, well, how can we get branded search? Like it was always this like, it was always just this like unsort of like reachable thing for us.
I think when I
it?
first ever saw it, I thought that they were so successful on Amazon. People were just coming back to Amazon and searching for their brand, really.
Yeah.
Which is obviously,
because
like they're just not.
There's
a bit of a belief where you have like, there's like, when I first started Ecom, there's like brands and there's like the proper brands where like, like Nike, Adidas, and like, almost like that's different. That's different.
Yeah.
It's not. It's exactly the same.
Yeah. It's a different scale.
It's a limited belief of it.
Yeah. What we're coming up to now? 30 odd minutes, maybe. I think.
Don't know. I check my watch. I have no idea.
Should we start wrapping it up?
It's good at that.
So, I mean, what have we got planned though? Actually, coming up, we've got
content. Loads of content.
Loads of content.
For both businesses, big push on content.
Yeah.
That's content is king on
everything. You took the words right out of my mouth. Content is king, isn't it? It literally doesn't matter what business you have. If you get really fucking good at making content, it doesn't matter, does it?
Yeah.
Because I saw the video recently of that the guy with the signs who does the Trump impressions.
Yeah.
The Chinese dude. That is crazy, isn't it? Did you see the guy interviewed him?
I watched it yet, no.
It's really good. Like, yeah, because the guy says to him, like, do you have any idea, like, or do people in the factory, like, know how big of a deal you are? And he's like, no, not really, I don't think so. And he's even like, I don't even think I realize like, how big, because he's completely broken like cultural barriers as well, hasn't he? Like, there's never really been, as far as I know, like a Chinese influencer that has broken out of China like that.
And be big in the States, yeah.
Yeah, no, worldwide. Like he's one of the most like watched, like one of the most viral faces worldwide at the minute because of those videos.
Did you talk about the business, like
I haven't watched all of it. I've only watched I watched 5 or 6 minutes and kind of skipped through. But I want to watch it all.
We're going to put a sign up in here, and I kind of want to order from him.
Just for the content, yeah. But like, I mean, we didn't have this as a talking point, but I do think it is quite a good one that we can end on. Is like, yeah, just and this is one of the things. Again, if you don't have any money, you should join Honest Creators because you're going to learn how to create content, and it doesn't cost you a thing. And once you learn how to make content, you could literally go to local businesses and say, I will come and work for you as a content creator, and I'll blow your business up and take a percent. Couldn't you? You could like. There's so many ways that you can monetize making content, and the beauty of it is like if you don't have much money, because a lot of people come to us and say they don't have much money to launch a physical product brand. They don't have much money to. That's going to be Amazon. So we just got interrupted because somebody dropped something off. Well, the Amazon guy rang the doorbell, didn't he? But we were saying content is king, and then we were talking about saying,
if you haven't got any money, then
that's it. Yeah. If you don't have any money, just start making content because you can just apply it to anything. And then a lot of people come to us, don't they? That's what I was saying. A lot of people come to us and they don't have any money to start a physical product brand. You know, because you need a few. I think you can start a brand. You can start, especially if you're making your own content for $2,000 to $3,000. I think you can definitely get started for that amount, and you can work your way up. But if you don't have that, if you've got like $500, I think you should just start creating content and become a TikTok affiliate, shouldn't you?
Yeah, 100%. I think Jansen interviewed the top. Like even more than him, the top TikTok shop.
That girl in the UK.
Yeah, I think in December she drove £1 million of revenue, which, ballpark numbers, she would have got at least 10% of, I'd say.
Yeah.
So
probably some bonuses in there as well.
She started out a couple of years ago, but it's absolutely ridiculous the opportunity on there. Like you can make like this. The beauty of it is obviously that you can work with other brands, and when you get good and start making content yourself, you earn a bit of cash for other brands. launch your own product, make content for your own brand, and then you then know how to work with other creators. So you have an army of people making content for your brand, and then you're going to hit this.
Yeah.
The ecosystem is there, and like it's all like clicking into place a little bit. I feel like more recently, and this is the game now. Like it's the game moving forward. Content is going to be the game for the next decade. I think this is a huge shift in how e-commerce works, and ecom. It's mental. Some of the sentiment people are like, oh, I'm not sure. Like, has the bubble burst? Is it too late? And it's like, are people going to stop? Are our generation going to stop more and more shopping online? It's insane. Like the younger generation just don't go shopping. Like everything's online.
Everything. I hate shopping. I mean, like, and all of the people that are not that savvy with the online stuff, they're all in the next 10, 15 years are going to be. Well, that generation is going to be dying out, isn't it? Let's be honest. And then you've just got the new, because the people now that are like 13, 14, even at that age, in another 10 years they'll be in their like mid-20s, and they grew up with everything being one click, like, and just buying stuff online.
There's like 15-year-old kids who've got 100 grand a month ecom stores on Twitter.
Yeah.
They just started out
100 grand a day.
Yeah.
Some of them are doing 100 grand a day, aren't they? Yeah. Which is insane, like crazy.
The accessibility
numbers.
has never been better than it is now. So look, if that is interesting to you, either Honest Creators or Honest FBA, if you want to start your own brand, there'll be stuff down below. And look, if you're in Barcelona, drop a comment. You can come through. We're going to do some in-person stuff. We haven't actually had an opening party yet, have we?
No, we were supposed to, wasn't we, with Jansen, but then he buggered off to New Zealand.
Bastard. But look, if you're a famous international DJ and you want to come to this amazing venue, drop a comment. Well, how often do you do these? Once a month, do you reckon?
No, I reckon we could do one once every 2 weeks.
Daily, there's demand for it.
I mean, we could live stream it.
Well, next time, live stream.
Yeah, we will.
Cool.
All right, that's it.
All right.
See you in the next one.